Hey, welcome back to Fire and Water Travel Services. My name is Darren, of course, and today I'm going to go over the day tour that we did in Athens, Greece at the end of our Virgin Voyages cruise. I'll be right back and show you exactly what we saw. Hey, welcome to Fire and Water Travel Services. We specialize in affordable luxury and culinary adventures with all types of travel, including cruises, all-inclusives, and any type of travel you're looking for. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you like and subscribe and share this channel. Alright guys, this was our day tour of Athens after our cruise. I'm going to leave a link below to the company we used, but they picked us up in Piraeus, which is the cruise port, and we just made a couple stops by the seashore here just to see a couple sites. This here was the soccer stadium. Then we made our way to the Panathenaic Stadium, which is of course the oldest Olympic stadium of its kind, and it's made of 100% white marble, just like the Parthenon and a lot of the other structures in the Acropolis and all that. But if you've probably seen pictures of this before. They actually did use this in the Olympics when they held it here not too long ago as well. You can do a tour of this for about €5. We didn't have time since we were on a full day tour, but highly recommend it, guys. Pretty cool structure. Our next stop was Lycabettus Hill, which is the tallest hill in Athens, and actually you can see a lot from here. There's actually a cool little church on top that we did not get to see, but you'll be able to see it when we're over at the Acropolis. But from this hill you can see pretty much the entire city of Athens. Of course, there's the Agora and some of the other sites. Our next stop, guys, was outside the National Art Gallery to see this giant statue of the Runner, which was made 100% of glass, and this 1,500-year-old olive tree. It had a little bit of history of its own. Pretty cool sights to see in a day tour. All right, guys, our next stop was a big one, the Acropolis. We spent almost 2 hours walking around the Acropolis. It's a big site. A lot of people don't understand that the Parthenon is only one small temple that's here. There's actually a whole bunch of other temples. I'm not going to go into all of them, guys. I want you to click on the link below. It'll show you a breakdown of the Acropolis Hill and all the different temples that are on there. One thing I want you to know, though, it's very slippery. Everything's made of marble, and it gets very slippery. Even though it's not wet, it's very hot, and it actually gets very slippery. So make sure you wear some comfortable shoes that will make sure you don't slip. Very cool. Like I said, you do have to have a time to get in because they control the amount of people. It gets very busy. This was a hot summer day on a Sunday, and of course there's a lot of people there, as you can tell. So you got to try to make sure you go at the time that you're assigned. Lots to see. You can see all of Athens from up here, some of the other sites down below as well. But make sure you do this because you'll see a lot of different sanctuaries, a lot of different temples here. This, of course, is the Parthenon, and they've been working on making sure the Parthenon. They've been trying to make sure to keep it up so it doesn't continue to degrade, so we can continue to come and see this. But this is Dionysus's theater. Been around since 5 centuries before. Like I said, guys, you can see everything from here, and of course that's Lycabettus Hill where we started out. You can actually see the church on top of the hill from here. So pretty cool that we get to see some of the sites that we looked up at before. Check it out, guys. Like I said, there is all kinds of information walking around here about the Parthenon and the other temples. Be very careful. Like I said, it is very slippery, and lots of people. This here is another part of the Acropolis that you can get to actually walk down and go on top of that big rock area. But lots to see and do here, guys. 2 hours was probably not enough, but we did get to see plenty, and it was really hot that day. So we were actually happy when we were able to leave the Acropolis and go right next door to the Acropolis Museum, because it was air conditioned. And this museum is actually pretty cool. There is a lot of stuff to see. A lot of the stuff that they were able to capture and save from the Acropolis, they brought into this museum. And actually, with the big windows, you can see the Acropolis from here. Just walking around and looking at all the different artifacts that they were able to restore and partially restore is actually really cool. I highly recommend doing these tours together like this, especially on a hot day. You can get into the air conditioning, of course, but lots of history in here. Like I said, you could spend another 2 hours. We spent about an hour and a half because we had a busy schedule that day, but there are lots to see and do in here. There are some places there they tell you you can't take pictures. There are some statues, I guess, that they don't want people to see in pictures. But one of the cool things is this museum sits right on top of an archaeological dig, so you get to see some of that stuff as well. All right, guys, after we left the museum, it was time to go down to Matastraki Square and get some lunch. But as we walked down our way to the Matastraki Square, we actually got to pass the ancient agora. We got to see some of the ancient artifacts there just by walking by. We didn't go in it. It was actually pretty viewable just walking down this one street. We could see a lot of the different ruins and temples and stuff from there. It was pretty cool just to be able to walk around downtown and see that. So Matastraki Square is where we were headed for lunch, which is just one of the big main squares where you can see the Acropolis and all that. We stopped at one of the local spots here and got some good authentic Greek food. Anyway, we get lunch and a show. Anyway, guys, it was a busy Sunday afternoon in the summertime, so there was a lot of people around, but we were able to get some moussaka, some saganaki fried cheese, of course, very good. And I got the meat plate, which had samplers of some gyro meat and chicken skewers and lamb skewers and all that. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without the tzatziki sauce. Everything was fresh and really good. We got a chance to walk around Matastraki Square and the shops and all that as well. Then we made our way to right over by the Zeus's temple. There was a lot to see. This is Hadrian's Arch, made by the Roman Emperor Hadrian. This is, of course, Zeus's temple. They're still doing some work on this. We didn't go in because it was an extra charge, and it's really not a whole lot to see. This was a nice statue of Lord Byron that's right in the same area. And of course, the big statue of Alexander the Great is right there as well. So that one little spot, we got to see a bunch of different stuff. Then we made our way to the Greece Parliament building to see the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and the changing of the guard, which is a great thing to see here. All right, guys, our last stop on our way to the end of our tour was to see these three buildings. They're called the Neoclassical Trilogy of Athens, and they're all like right next to each other, and they're all part of the Academy of Athens, the University of Athens, and the National Library. And these are buildings that were built by certain architects to actually resemble the older architecture. And I highly recommend stopping by and seeing these. We didn't have a whole lot of time at the end of our tour here. We just kind of did a drive-by and took a look at them and took some pictures. But highly recommend checking these out as well. And that was it for the tour of Athens. I'm going to put a link below. We had a really good time. We did this in about 6 hours. We did a private tour, so we weren't with anybody else. We had a private guy just taking us all around. And it was actually pretty well worth it, we thought. Really good time, really great day. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Follow along with us, and check out Fire and Water Travel for all your travel needs. We can book you a trip like this or anywhere else you want to go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.